Hi, it's Polly Berry, as you know. And yes, we have another rainy day. And I just like this scene with the rain coming down. You can hear it. Um, so I just want to share with you in Matthew 7, starting with verse 24. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that rock, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And every one that heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man which built his house upon the sand. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell. And great was the fall of it. And it came to pass, when Yahushua had ended these sayings, the people were astonished at his doctrine. For he taught them as one having authority, and not as the scribes. So in this day and age that we're living, which is the last days, the beginning of the last days, I don't really know where we're at in the time frame, but it is definitely the last days. There's hypocrisy, there's continued deception, so you can't really say they're lying, but they're deceiving you. There's a measure of truth in it that would make you think it is truth, but it's deception. And so when you think about it, and I'm just going to throw something in very natural. You know how you get the baby wipes and it says flushable? Well, they are flushable, but they're not biodegradable. So they will mess up a septic tank or your sewage line. But they didn't lie. They are flushable, but they didn't tell you the fullness of it. So, and that's how a lot of things are in the world, especially with dealing with things of the things dealing with Yahuwah. Man has for centuries deceived us into thinking certain things were truth and they were not. And I have been being led gradually out of it, out of the darkness into his marvelous light. And so when we hear the word of Yahuwah, even if it's something new to us, we have to have that love for the truth so that we can know its truth and follow up on it. Do research, pray, ask him. He said, if you seek me with all your heart, you'll be found of me. I'll let you find me. I'll talk to you. I'll take you into greater depths of the knowledge of the truth. So that's what we have to really and truly, decide to do, that when we hear the word, we're going to stand on it. We're going to believe it. And that is the same as building our house upon the rock. What rock? That spiritual rock, Yahushua, the rock of ages. Remember in the book of James, he talked about being a doer of the word, not just a hearer. And don't be like that man who stands in front of a mirror and sees himself. Then when he leaves the mirror, he forgets, what he looked like. So we want to build our house upon the rock. That rock is our foundation. That rock is the word of Yahuwah. What he says, he does. What he speaks, he makes it good. When he sends his word out, it accomplishes that what he sent it out to do. We've got to start focusing on the truth of the truth. Don't be like Pilate and say, or Pilates, and say, what is truth? We've got to know the truth, or we will be among those that will be deceived. And Yahushua mentioned in Matthew 24, Luke 21, and Mark 13, when his taught ones asked him what will be the signs of your return. And one of the things he kept mentioning was deception. So let's not be deceived in these last days. Learn to dwell in the secret place of the Most High, which is his truth, which is, just getting, being a commandment keeper and getting close to him, keeping the Torah, keeping the laws, because the laws have not been destroyed, but rather they have been fulfilled. And when you think about it, how could the laws have been destroyed, and yet we say sin is the transgression of the law? How in the world does that make sense? If the law is gone, then what are we transgressing? So the laws are still just as real as they've always been, because Yahushua said that the earth will, end, and all will end that's been created, but that word is going to stand. Not one dot or one tittle is going to pass. So build your house upon the rock, that spiritual rock, that rock of ages. That rock in which he told Peter, he said, upon this rock I'll build my assembly. I'll gather those who trust in me and love me and love my truth. Upon this rock, not Peter, but upon the rock of the revelation of who I am. Build our house upon the rock. All right, until next time. Hallelujah. We win.